and my car is not starting. Here is what I've been busy doing today. Doing a Halloween board for some work I'm doing at the moment. I feel like a kid. Morning guys. So I was just about to bring the little man off to playgroup this morning and my car is not starting. So that's great. I guess we're not going to go to playgroup. It was having trouble starting at the weekend and my husband was able to jump it, and he said he thought that maybe the battery was going. Yeah, it obviously has, because there was no light left on or anything. It's completely dead. So I guess we're not going to playgroup, are we? No. So I might bring him off for a walk, I think, instead. Go for a walk and get out for a little bit. But yeah, how annoying. So I clearly will have no car until that gets sorted. My husband was looking at batteries there at the weekend and he thinks that it will cost over €100, just over €100 for a new battery. So I suppose they just go. So it's probably not the car's fault, but you can't help thinking, for God's sake, we've had some issues with this car. But anyway, sure, I may get himself to pick up formula on the way home. Having lunch, and I just thought that this is probably the weirdest meal you've ever seen. So I thought I'd document it. I'm having stuffing instead of pasta, I suppose. Some meatballs, and there's some veg in there, you just can't see it. I'm having carrots and hummus. I promise there's hummus in there, they're just buried. And coffee, of course, it wouldn't be me without coffee. Hi guys, so let's do this budget for our second budget in our second paycheck, sorry, in October. So yeah, and our first paycheck without any debt. So the first thing I am going to do is have a look at the calendar, and I am going to be marking this off in, I'm going to go for green actually, because I have blue up there. So let's go for a whole new colour. So we're going to go and put a green box around the payday, and as this payday is actually running into November, we're going to go ahead and set up November. So here's November, and we're going to start filling in November so that it is all ready for this paycheck. And then the paydays. So this is going to be going to the 1st of November because we actually have a child benefit payment coming in on the 1st. So yeah, now we know we're just working with October. And just so you know, with this child benefit, it's actually a double payment of child benefit. And currently what I'm planning on doing is putting the second amount of child benefit. So I get €420 every child benefit. So this one will be €840. And what I'm going to do is just put that €420 extra into oil. So it will just help us to pay for oil. We're currently without heating at the moment, and so by putting that extra payment into oil, it just means it's going to help us a lot more than putting it somewhere else as we go into the winter. So that's what I'm planning on doing there, and then budgeting the other 420, the usual 420, as I normally would. So I'm going to just be leaving November, and I am going to be putting in any bills and direct debits that are coming out in this just under a week. So yeah, perfect. So let's see what we have. So going to our bills and direct debits tracker, I can see that first off we have house insurance, and that is 41.23. And then we also have security, which is $2.99. I believe that's it. We have banking fees coming out on the 1st, but the child benefit payment can take care of that. So yeah, this is all we have. So I'm just going to highlight them now. Oh, sorry, in green. So that I know what is coming out with this paycheck. And let's work out what it is. So this is our 2nd October payment. And our bills are 44. Our paycheck is €450. Okay, so we're going to be rounding up that figure, and now we are going to our paycheck. So this is our 2nd October paycheck, €450. No income from my business this paycheck. And yeah, so we have our 2 bills, be rounding that figure up to €50. We're going to do our usual cash envelopes. Food is getting 200. Now diesel, I currently have no car because the battery has gone. So there is no point in me putting a load of diesel into the car because it can't go anywhere. So until we get a new battery, which hopefully is going to happen this weekend, there's no point putting extra towards diesel. But there is actually some diesel in the car already. So, and it hasn't gone anywhere this week. So instead of putting 60 in here, I'm actually going to put in 40. And hopefully that'll be fine. Personal is getting 40. So then miscellaneous and kids is getting 30. And we are going to put in some money into eating out. We're going to put 40 into eating out. And then we are going to be adding some money to the rest of the money towards our day out. That is $370. Our day out is getting 30 this paycheck. So our debt payoff is no more. We're not adding anything to savings. We still have that 1k emergency fund. And so our income is 450. Our bills and direct debits are 50. Our cash envelopes are 370. Our savings are 30. 0 to debt. And that is 0. And that is our budget for this paycheck. Guys, do you hear that? And no, it's not nap time. Little man has gone off today. For the first time, he is being minded by someone that's not me and not his daddy. So he's going to a lovely friend of mine, just one morning a week, just for 2 hours. And so it gave me a chance to get some stuff done. And yeah, it's just so weird. So this is his first time. ever leaving us, so because of that I haven't planned too much. I'm going to get a little bit of filming done and things like that, but nothing too intense because I'm just kind of aware that he could get upset at any point. So he's been there just over an hour now, and I haven't got a phone call yet, so it seems to be all going really well. But yeah, I can't believe it, like it's just crazy. So yeah, he's gone off there. So the plan is that maybe eventually he might go for 2 mornings, but for now, this side of Christmas, it'll be just 1 morning, and it's just to kind of give me a chance to get some stuff done. I'm struggling a little bit as the daylight is going in the evening to get filming done and things like that, and his naps are not always guaranteed a certain time or for a certain length. So yeah, I just kind of needed a guaranteed space to get some stuff done, especially as I am working more on timelines. So some things need to be submitted by a certain time. So yeah, but it's kind of hard. It's hard as well because I feel a bit like I've abandoned him there. But yeah, I just said I'd let you know. But yeah, it's so weird being in a quiet house. Like, he is my shadow. He follows me everywhere. We go everywhere together. If I go upstairs, he's come too, and he gets upset if I leave him downstairs. And it's just so weird to not have him like with me all the time. But yeah, this week I have been doing loads of decluttering, so that's what I'm going to work on as well now. I've done my filming, so I'm going to do some decluttering. I did my daughter's room earlier this week, and my son's, so I just need to probably work on the baby's room next. And then I'm going to be doing some more decluttering. Basically, I'm just trying to get ready for Christmas. So I want to do lots of decluttering before all of the decorations come out for Christmas. We definitely don't live in the biggest house, so I need to leave space for all of the things that come out, you know, decorations and tree and everything like that. So that'll be coming out next month, probably at the end of next month. I usually like to get it out for the toy show, so the late toy show. So yeah, that's what we're at the moment. But yeah, so weird. I obviously have no car as well, so I have to leave time to go and walk and go and collect him. But luckily she's not too far away. But so weird, so weird. So this is another area that I want to sort out. So this is a wardrobe that is in a bedroom, and we're not using it to its fullest ability. So I have decided what I'm going to do is I am going to clear out this wardrobe, and I'm actually going to put in shelves along here, and I'm going to make it into like a pantry. So like an overstock of things that we don't use all the time. So I'm thinking like cans, so kind of just an extra stock of things. So as I am working more with brands and stuff like that, I end up kind of getting a surplus of food, and I'd like to put in nice Tupperwares and things like that, so that none of it is going to waste, and it's all nice and perfectly well like contained and it's ready to use as we go into the winter. And yeah, I thought that this would be the perfect place to kind of store those bits. And I also have like kitchen equipment and stuff like that that we don't use all the time, and I could put in here, like say our second slow cooker or our mixer, things like that, like, you know, electricals that you don't use all the time. I have a soup maker that like has nowhere to go. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to maybe store electricals on the bottom. It actually is quite deep, and I'm going to store food in shelves along here. And my husband said he would put in the shelves for me, so it just needs all tidied up. So guys, we're going to do our cash stuffing now, and I just had a little look through my binder and I actually have realised that I have €10 left in food. So I am going to be adding that to this budget. So we had budgeted for 450, so we have leftover cash of €10, so that makes this 460, and I'm going to be adding 50 to personal instead of 40, and that makes this a total of 380 that we're going to be cash stuffing. This €30 for day out is actually going to be transferred into an online vault, so that's not going to be cash stuffed. So yeah, we're going to be cash stuffing 380. I'm just going to update these figures. Okay, so now I had an issue again, just like last week with the machine, so we'll see how we get on. But we should have 380 here. So we have 51, 52, 53, so that's 300. 20, 40, 60, 360, 370 and 380. Okay, so as usual, we're going to start off with food, and we are going to be adding 200 to food. So we have 50, 1, 52. Next, we're going to go with diesel. As I said, we already have diesel in our car, so we are just going to put in 40. Next, for eating out, we had budgeted 40, but we're actually going to put in 50, and we'll owe another envelope 10. So I'm glad to put something in this one now. Next, miscellaneous and kids is going to get 30. And then onto our monthly envelopes. Personal is going to get 50, so this is the extra 10. I would like to see this build up a little bit. There's a few bits I would like to get in the winter sales, so it would be nice to see that build up. So we'll see, sometimes that happens and sometimes it doesn't. And then home and chickens is going to get 20, owed 10 from eating out. Okay, and that is our envelopes. Oh, and this is the most exciting one that we're going to be taking out of our sinking funds. No more extra debt payment. So yeah, that's so exciting. But yeah, that is all of my cash stuff.